Hey BoLS fans, AdamHarry here, back with another BoLS Bat Rep. Today we have a cool scenario set up. It is going to be the Planet Murder. We have Blood Angels versus the Megarachnids, also known as my yellow Nids. We've built the list. It's a pre-Heresy Blood Angel list, or actually it's during the Heresy, whatever you want to call it. So it's Heresy era Blood Angels against my current edition Tyranids, but we've tweaked them a little bit so they're not quite the same. But let's go take a look at the board and I'll go over the special scenario. With this scenario, we have 3 objectives designated by the formerly known as Spore Pods. They're on the board. How this works is the Megarachnid player, me, is going to own all 3 objectives at the start. They are camped on by basically a monstrous creature that is tough 6 with 4 wounds and a 3-up armor save. It does not have any attacks at all. Basically, the Blood Angels player needs to get over there and blow up each Spore Pod before he can claim the objective. So he's got to kill those guys first. We are playing 1,500 points, and the Blood Angels have a slightly bit more. It's like 55 points over just to make up for the monstrous creature objective holders for the Nids. So I have a crashed Arbor Slider. We are playing a bit of a narrative. So that's the scout ship that crashed early on, and now the Blood Angels are here to figure out what's going on. And these represent, of course, the big trees on Murder. They also provide synapse to the Megarachnids. So that's pretty much it. We're going to roll for sides. Blood Angels are going to deploy first and go first, but the Megarachnids do have the option to seize. So once we get all set up, we'll go over each army list. All right, Big Red has set up his Blood Angels, so tell me exactly what you have. And this army has got some cool stuff, some cool backstory history-wise, so tell me about it.
All right, first of all, this army is, we'll go over the actual list. We have a Dreadnought Talon, so we have 3 Dreadnoughts. They're all WYSIWYGs, so we got a Dreadnought with 2 close combat weapons and a Melta and a Flamer. We have Twin Link Laser Cannons and a missile launcher. We have,
It's technically a Reaper, or autocannon.
Yes, this is a Reaper autocannon, that's what that is. And Dreadnought close combat weapon. Squad of Terminators with a Legion Praetor, who's kitted out for close combat. He's got a Paragon Blade, he's got digital lasers, he's got Artificer Armor, and he has an Iron Halo. So he's
a boss.
He's not good news, yeah. We got 2 10-man Legion Tactical Squads.
1 and 2.
They have bolters. This one's totally plain. This one has a sergeant with Power Fist.
And Artificer Armor.
Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Right. Lead Whirlwind. Yeah, you believe that. And then this squad is really cool. This is a Legion Seeker squad.
Yep.
So this is 10 Marines that have special issue ammo. It's Heresy, so Seekers have the special issue ammo is a little different than the later 40k ones. It's kind of experimental stuff that's not as good. And they also can, after we both deploy, that squad gets to pick any single enemy unit, and they have preferred enemy against it. They're in a Rhino, and because they're cool and they're Seekers, and we need to keep them apart, you'll notice all 10 of them. You can only see the one here, but there are 9 that'll be showing up soon.
9 more.
Those are the original RTB ones. These are the first Space Marine. These are the first 40k miniatures that I ever owned. So these guys.
In the original Rhino.
In the original Rhino. So we're calling this a Heresy army because this army has been duking it out for the Emperor since 1988.
Wow. They were duking out for the Emperor before they were even top 4.
They're 26 years old. So think about that. Compare your birthday to their birthday. Just putting it out there.
And in remarkably good shape, too.
Yes.
Considering they're wrapped in towels.
But yeah, we also have 2 land speeders.
2 deep striking.
Deep striking. They have melta guns. So we're all ready to go. And we'll see what the Megarachnids bring.
All right, let me go set up my bugs. Got the Megarachnids deployed, so let me go over them real fast. I've got 2 Screamer Killer Carnifexes, that's Bioplasma and Adrenal Glands with 2 sets of Scything Talons. I've got a Hive Tyrant with Lashfoot Bone Sword and a Heavy Venom Cannon, and I've got a Venom Thrope there. I've got a Mawloc who's going to start on the board with no upgrades. Over here, probably should have given him something, but whatever. Over here, I've got 2 squads of 15 Hormagaunts with Toxin Sacks. I've got another Venom Thrope over there. I've got a squad of Warriors with a Venom Cannon, and then another squad of Warriors with a Venom Cannon, also providing Synapse. Off the board, I have a Trigon, just straight up Trigon, and then I also have 2 Lictors in a Brood. So they will be dropping in here. There's the dice sack, the bowl sack right there. And I'm going to try to seize. I'm going to grab one of my dice right here, So let's see if the bugs get to go first.
Sanguinius thinks you'll fail.
No!
Oh!
So close. So close. All right. Blood Angels turn 1. Let's do this. Blood Angels turn 1 just finished up here. Big Red just pretty much moved up across the board. Did some run moves that were not very runny. But you did manage to put 2 wounds on the first pod in the center there. And then unloaded on that pod with attack squad. Only caused 1 wound, but I saved with the 3 up. So yeah! I did lose 2 gaunts. So this poor gaunts for the Megarachnids. So anyway, gonna go to Nid turn 1, bottom 1. Here we go. Megarachnids turn 1. I happen to kill a Marine and do a hull point on a Rhino with a shooting phase. The hull point came from the heavy venom cannon over there to that Rhino, and then this venom cannon onto that squad. Picked off a Marine as well. So I got 2 kills, 2 Marines dead because of that one, and then this one also fired. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not super eventful. My gaunts were like super speed mode though. They rolled really well. They moved a total of 14 and 13 inches this turn with the extra leaping D3, or sorry, 3-inch move, and then all that fun stuff. So everything else just kind of moved up. And yeah, turn 2, we'll see what comes in from reserves, and there we go. Blood Angels turn 2, totally getting some first blood action over here. The land speeders came in this turn. One of them mishapped off the board. He rolled a 6, so he's back into ongoing reserves. This one, though, came in scattered a little bit. You notice that hole right there? That was where a Venomthrope was. He is gone. And if you also notice, there's a bunch of dead gaunts over here, courtesy of the no more cover save, ha ha ha, we have bolters and you have no armor. So he unloaded into these gaunts, killed him here. This squad took 5 casualties as well from bolters, and then another couple wounds from the whirlwind, dropping some pie plate love on them. Over here, if you notice, the spore pod chimney thing is gone now. We now have an objective there, so he can now claim that objective. He killed the pod on top with, again, tough 6, 3 wounds, with 4 wounds with a 3-up save. Did all the wounds. It did take the dreadnoughts, all of their shooting combined to finally kill it. And he did manage to put a wound on here from the Reaper autocannon dreads. So the other 2 dreads and the Terminators took out the pod. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna roll my reserves and we'll see what comes in. Megarachnid turn 2 went down as follows. So as you see here, the Carnifexes got in here. They shot plasma. They from the bioplasma. They did do a hull point, and then they charged the Furioso Dread, armor 13 in the front. Pretty much the Hammer of Wraths got them, and then down to 1 hull point left. And then the Furioso punched back, did 2 wounds on 3 hits, and then the Carnifexes mopped it up, and it exploded. Did no extra additional damage, but that Furioso is gone. The Hive Tyrant moved up and fired over here. Oh, real quick too, if you notice there's only 1 Terminator. The Moloch, who was here turn 1, submerged, burrowed, popped up here this turn, dropped 2 strength 6 AP2 pie plates on him. Still didn't manage to kill that last Terminator. He went back into reserves on a lucky roll for me, so he's going to come back next turn and do it all over again. The Trigon came in along with the Lictors in the backfield. Trigon popped up, did absolutely nothing to this squad here. The Lictors popped up into 2 hull points to the Whirlwind, and it is also immobilized, so hopefully easy pickings for it next turn. The Warriors moved up in revenge for the Gaunts and managed to do a couple wounds over here as well. The Hive Tyrant put a wound on those guys, I think, too. The Land Speeder that was back here got assaulted, shot and assaulted, and it is no more. So, and these Gaunts, I rolled really bad on the get out of cover, so I rolled like a 4 or whatever, so I just moved them up to try to hide them from getting shot at again. So we'll see what happens, but that's what's going down. I've got another Moloch, or my Moloch is back in reserve, and yeah, Blood Angels turn 3. Blood Angels turn 3, and it got bloody. So let me start over here. The Lictors are dead from a combined assault from this tack squad, and then also shooting from these guys. They did the Fury of the Legion, which if you're not familiar with that rule, basically the squad can shoot twice. They cannot shoot the following turn though, so if you assault them in Overwatch or anything like that, no bolt weapons can fire. But they killed the Lictors, and in that combined shot there, the Whirlwind did try to shoot the Ignores Cover shot on them, and it actually hit, and he rolled like 2 2s to wound, so didn't do anything there. The Trigon took a wound from shooting. This land speeder deep struck here and did a wound to Carnifex, and then the other Carnifex got assaulted, and it was pretty crazy. The Praetor got in there first, and then these two guys also assaulted. Praetor has the Paragon Blade, which is a Heresy era weapon. Basically what it is +1 strength, AP2, and it's instant kill on 6s. So he got 4 hits and then rolled 3 2s and a 6, and pop, off with the Carnifex's face. So Carnifex got decapitated in a pretty stellar fashion there. But that was pretty much it. The Moloch is now coming in, and I've lost a bunch of stuff, and so has he. It's been pretty bloody. So, all right, Big Bugs, turn 3. Big Bug, turn 3, bottom of 3. What went down? So the Moloch popped up. First things first, over here. He scattered, but he still managed to hit a guy, and that allowed me to place the template and kill some members of that squad, and then he was able to land safely. So he's now there. These Gaunts ran up here. They were behind that piece of terrain and ran up over here and are now here. These Gaunts moved out. They were going to assault this squad with the Trigon who was here, but they actually managed to fail the charge because moving through the terrain is now -3 to that roll. So they failed there. The Trigon made it in just fine. He almost killed the squad, but took 4 wounds out of crack grenades in response. So I rolled a lot of 1s. So I have 1 wound left on that big Trigon. I'm sorry, no, he took 3 wounds.
Just 3 wounds.
So yeah. So anyway, he's got 2 wounds left. Sorry. Over here, the Hive Tyrant fired at the land speeder and managed to stun it. So it's cannot move or shoot this turn. I rolled a 4, so it's stuck there. So we'll see what happens with that. These guys over here, the 2 Warrior Broods, fired on that squad as well and kind of lightened, loosened up some wounds out of them. But now there's still 1 guy we're stuck in with a drawn combat pretty much, and that's where we're at. We're gonna go to Blood Angels, turn 4. Blood Angels, turn 4, pretty brutal for them. Let me start right here. The Praetor, the Terminator, and the Dreadnought go into a bar, and by bar I mean the woods, and they kill the crap out of the Venomthrope and Hive Tyrant. What happened? That's actually a Heavy Flamer Terminator from back in the day. He shot his Heavy Flamer, hit both of them. It's of course AP4. The Venomthrope only had 1 wound left, and he only has a 5-up save. So boom, he's dead. Then through shenanigans of shooting and close combat, the Hive Tyrant goes down. The Praetor gets another instant death notch on his belt as well. Over here, this squad finally the Big Bugs kill squad. The Trigon gets his final kill from that squad and moves on. Over here, not a whole lot else happened. These Gaunts did get shot up quite a bit, and I lost another Gaunt here. That's from the consolidation moves, so they've slid over. And yeah, we are going into Tyrannid, bottom 4. Tyrannid 4, what happened? All right, so over here, those 2 Gaunts tried to make a suicide run into the Praetorian, and he chopped him up pretty good. I figured, hey, if I can get lucky and do some toxic, wounds on him, but didn't pay off anyway. But speed bumps are speed bumps. Over here, same thing, same idea. The Gaunt died. The Moloch completely whiffed and only managed to get, well, it didn't completely whiff because he did do 1 wound and killed 1 guy. So we drew combat yet again. Over here, this Trigon killed the land speeder that was there. And then shooting-wise, I did manage to get a glance from the Strength 6 Venom Cannon onto the Dreadnought. So good shot there. But that was pretty much it for the Nids. We are now going to Blood Angels 5 on Planet Murder. All right, so turn 5 Blood Angels. What happened? A lot of stuff, actually. Let me start on this side. This combat went down. The Moloch managed to win combat and run these guys off the board, so he moved up 6 here. Over here, the pod got blown up by a combination of shooting from this dread and then shooting from this dread and also assault. So finally killed that pod, and now these guys are hanging out. They did take a wound from the Heavy Flamer shot. The Terminator ran up here. The Praetor failed, or just ran forward really, didn't fail the charge or anything. That's pretty much it. It is super bloody though. As far as points go right now, this objective is taken by the Blood Angels. The Bugs still have this one, and then this objective over here is now contested. So that's going to boil down to what happens. Whether or not the Big Bugs can pull their weight or not. So let's kick it over. Oh, and don't forget to, these guys are now out of Synapse because the pod is gone. So, yeah, the pod was giving everything over their Synapse. The Warriors are outside of Synapse, so I'll have to make some checks, but should be okay. Yeah, going to Tyranids, turn 5. All right, guys, turn 5 for the Tyranids. What happened? Whirlwind's finally gone. The Moloch got in there, shot him up, chewed him up pretty good. Over here, the Terminator got shot, killed him from this squad. These guys shot over here with the Strength 6 Venom Cannon. I did manage to hit and rolled another 5. It's been my luck on the pinning checks with Strength 6 weapons. It's been 5 all game. Over here, oh, I'm sad about this one. I needed a 7. I rolled 6. And with Fleet, I rolled a 4 and a 2. So I Fleet rolled and got another 2. So that's what you get, folks. I missed my charge by 1 inch. May have cost me the game just now. So that's that turn. Big Red, do the honors. 1 or 2 game is over.
All right, 1 or 2 game is over. Here we go. We're using the old big gun dice. That is...
I think that's a 1.
That is a 1!
Oh, Blood Angels win. Well, let's count it up real quick.
We will count it up.
Count it up. Unofficially, I think the Blood Angels may have pulled it out, but we'll count it up real fast and give you an end-game recap. Final tally, 8-4 Blood Angels. So, breakdown real quick. Objectives were 3. There's 1 objective, 2 objectives for the Blood Angels. Tyranids do have 1 there, so that's 3 objectives for the Nids. The Nids have Line Breaker, so they go up to 4. The Tyranids, however, killed the Warlord, or sorry, the Blood Angels killed the Warlord, and also got First Blood. So there you have it, folks. Quick and dirty, 8-4 Blood Angels on the Planet Murder. So Big Red did want to talk about his MVP of the game.
That guy right there. This is an old Rogue Trader, Lieutenant Commander, and the big thing that we want to say is that this guy has not been on a table. He has not fought in combat probably in 15 years.
Yeah.
And I have to say that he was killing Tyranids when Tyranid warriors still looked like turkeys back in the Space Crusade days, and apparently 15 years of new models, he can still kick their ass down.
Yeah, totally did. Totally did.
Because he was definitely the MVP
of
the game.
So yeah, that's for our narrative game. I guess this is the remnants of the Blood Angels on Murder that we're calling for backup at this point, with a strange new enemy and some weird psychic blockage there with the spore stuff. So, but yeah, we'll throw down again. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is AdamHarry from BoLS and Big Red saying bye.
Have a great one, guys.
Have a good one, everybody. Like, subscribe at the bottom as well. Thanks.